The fog was thick that night, hanging low over the winding roads that snaked through the dense woods. I remember how the mist seemed almost alive, swirling and shifting in the headlights of my car. It was the kind of night where the world felt smaller, the darkness pressing in from all sides, with only the narrow beam of light to guide me through. Layla had been acting strange for weeks, distant and evasive. We'd been best friends since we were kids, and I could always tell when something was bothering her. But this was different. She'd disappear for days, not answering my calls or texts, and when she did show up, she was a shell of herself. Her eyes hollow, her laugh forced. That night, she called me out of the blue, her voice frantic, begging me to meet her at our old spot by the lake. The lake was where we used to go as kids to escape the world, a secluded spot, hidden from the road by a thick grove of trees, where the water was always calm and the moonlight painted silver streaks across the surface. But that night, it felt different, ominous. When I arrived, her car was parked haphazardly at the edge of the woods, the driver's side door wide open. A chill ran down my spine as I stepped out of my car and called her name. Lila. My voice sounded small in the vast silence. No answer, just the sound of the wind rustling through the trees and the gentle lapping of the water against the shore. I grabbed my flashlight from the glove compartment and headed toward the lake, the beam cutting through the fog. As I reached the clearing, I saw her standing there, right at the water's edge. Her back was to me, her long hair damp and clinging to her shoulders. Her white dress billowed in the breeze, almost glowing in the moonlight. Lila, I called again, softer this time, my voice trembling. She didn't turn around. I took a cautious step forward. What's going on? Why did you want me to come here? For a moment, there was only silence. Then she spoke, her voice barely a whisper. I didn't want to bring you here. They did. A shiver ran down my spine. Who's they? Slowly, she turned to face me. Her eyes were wide and unblinking, but there was something off about them, like they weren't really her eyes. They were too dark, too empty. A sense of dread settled in my stomach. Lila, you're scaring me. She took a step toward me, her movements stiff and unnatural. I tried to stay away, but they wouldn't let me. They want you to. Before I could react, she lunged at me, her hands cold and clammy as they wrapped around my wrists. I tried to pull away, but her grip was like iron.